Well, a very good morning. Hi, students. This is Noel Pratap. Now we are going to listen all about 10th standard first unit, first lesson. The theme of the first unit is all about personality development. What is personality? See, every person has two different personalities. One is the personality which everybody sees, and one is the personality which is within the person. The personality is about confidence, the will, his will to take the pain, to what extent he might go, to what extent he thinks, to about how he thinks. Everything is inner personality, and at the same time, what is outer personality? That is physical personality. Physical personality is all about appearance, the way you behave, the way you dress, the way you walk, the way you talk, the way you respect each other. So all this comes under physical personality. So when you develop these two personalities, it means outer personality as well as inner personality, automatically you will become a success. And the syllabus makers of 10th standard has decided that it is very essential for each and every student to learn about personality development and to maintain that if necessary. To make them understand about this personality, they have given an entire unit a chance to make you listen, to make you understand about those personalities to become successful in your lives. Now, coming into the first lesson of these themes, that is attitude is altitude. What is attitude? What is the word attitude means? Attitude means nothing but behavior. Right behavior in right circumstances, in front of right people, makes you success. What is altitude? Altitude is nothing but height. Your right behavior in the right point of time to the right people takes you to heights no one can imagine. Now, to explain this, to give as an example that attitude is altitude. That is, your behavior, your personality takes you to heights. As an example, now we are going to learn about a person who is not only a motivational speaker but also a short film maker, an accountant, so who had his degree in finance, who did his MBA, and who has n number of awards on his name. Is none other than Nick Vujicic. So why? To explain this particular part, why the syllabus maker, the question arises, why the syllabus maker had took this particular person's life and gave it as an example. This attitude, whatever the story which is in your lesson, which is in your textbook, is taken out from Daily Mail from UK. Now, coming back to the story, why? What makes Nick so special? Have you ever imagined you being without legs and without arms? Have you ever imagined that can you move around without your legs and arms? No. You can't eat, you can't run, you can't walk, you can't make friends, you'll be depressed. That was the condition of Nick. He was born without legs, he was born without arms. And that medical condition is called phocomelia. His parents would have cried out loudly, their guts out. Why this medical condition should happen to my only child? Why? There are many questions, but nobody can answer in this world. Why that particular medical condition happened to this particular person. Now, you know what? In his entire body, that is a torso, rectangle shape, without legs, without arms, that's what we are left with, right? A torso. That's what a torso is. A body without head, legs, and arms is a torso. The only extension is that he has a part extended on his left side, just like chicken leg piece, that is drumstick. When he was born, his mother couldn't see him, his father couldn't digest that his son was like this. They were very much afraid. Even though being a nurse and doing every right thing during the pregnancy, his mother literally blamed herself that just because of me, my son got this kind of medical condition. But still, they took the hardest decision ever in their lives to raise Nick as normally as they could. The first thing they had is they have mounted a device in their bathroom so that Nick could brush his teeth on his own. And the second thing is, at 18 months old, Nick's father took him and thrown him into the swimming pool so that he should be learning swimming. And now he's a first-class swimmer. His mother, now she became a scientist. She designed a plastic device, so that Nick could hold a pen or a pencil without any obligation, without any difficulty. Now, after this, as his father was a computer programmer, he taught Nick how to type with the two little fingers, which he had on the extension, which he already calls it as a chicken drumstick. He's a beautiful person. But the only thing is, when he was joined in the school, So the school authorities said that this is not the school for people with special needs. But the parents took the hardest decision, as I've said, and they had given him admission. They fought for his admission. Why? Because he is not mentally challenged, but only physically challenged. He is not mentally ill. He is alright. His mental condition is like all others. But after getting into the school, the worst part of his life started. Children started bullying him, teasing him, irritating him. They called him names. They called him weirdo. Because he is entirely different from others. There are many take carers. There are at least 4 take carers who will be taking care of Nick's needs in the school. But still, Nick lived that life, even in depression. He once went to, no, not once, many times he went to his mom and said, Mom, I really want to die. I just don't want to live. Why should I live? Everybody is teasing me, everybody is bullying me, everybody is calling me names, everybody is treating me that I am weird, I am not common, I am different. Why is this happening? Every time when this Nick comes to his mom and says that mom would have gone through such kind of difficult phase nobody could have ever experienced. But then she would give him the confidence which he needed. But one time he tried to drown himself in a bathtub. Can you ever think later on in his depression he didn't come out. He didn't come out, he didn't mingle with others, he was just alone. But he then saw a newspaper which contained an article about a man who lost his leg but he flew an aircraft over the Atlantic. That's when his spirit built up. He thought, if that man can do it, I can do it. And with the help of his friends and family, his trust in God, his faith in God, he made it up to become the most beautiful personality Australia has ever, not Australia, entire world has ever seen. He is a motivational speaker to over 110,000 people at a single go. Over 24 countries, he roams and he gave motivational speeches. He inspires, all because of his attitude, the behavior towards his life, the attitude towards his life, the positive attitude which he had, the optimistic attitude which he had, makes him elevated, enhanced his lifestyle. In 2008, when he went to Hawaii, he wanted to learn surfing. And when he wanted to do so, he needed a coach. He moved around and he found a coach named Bethany Hamilton. Just like him, Bethany was bitten by a shark, literally by shark. Shark caught Bethany's leg and took it off. She was legless. With only one leg, she made that. And Nick chose her as his coach because he knew the pain and the strong will of a person who lost something in his life and still living proudly. So he took lessons from her. Within a single day, because he wasn't having much legs and arms, he was able to balance his body easily. So he could balance the base pretty well. And later on, within a month, he was on the cover page of Australian magazine. Not only that, he was not only such kind of emotional person or inspirational person, but he also has some humor in him. Once in traffic, once the traffic was high, he was struck up and he was in his car and a girl was moving by side. When she saw into the car, Nick was without legs and arms. He saw her and he did a 360 spin which made the girl go crazy. And she ran off. And he laughed out. So that's how Nick is. He takes life as it comes. He also says to the people to take life as it comes, as it is. So don't get frustrated, don't get depressed. If something is happening to you, it is only to make you strong. Trials will make you strong. The challenges makes you strong. Your attitude should be in such a manner that you should take them very easily and you should make yourself strong enough to stand each and every kind of thing which you encounter in your life. And in 2007, along with other many awards and degrees, he had completed his education, his bachelor degree in finance, and he also started working for a company. And then he met on one of his tours a girl named Kenny Miyahara. Kenny Miyahara is born from a Mexican mother and a Japanese father. Both fell in love. They both married. Now they got a beautiful child. What they say is, life is like this, that's it. Whatever challenges you face, they are here to make you strong. So be strong. Have a positive attitude on life. Get set and go. And don't forget that at a young age itself, Australian Youth Icon Award. All these things. Just because his positive attitude towards life made him a star and a celebrity now. People die to meet him. People die to listen to him. People get inspired by his words. All because of his attitude. And this attitude took him at an altitude where everything is small. So, you guys too, when you are studying, now you are going to start your 10th standard with this lesson. You should be having a positive attitude. Never mind if the problem is tough, if your subjects are tough, but still, you work hard and you will be a success. Definitely a success. So this is the lesson, attitude is altitude. In the first unit, whose theme is personality development. Thank you.